girls, it's Thursday, so I have a ton of questions, so I'm going to get my questions out of the way first and then talk about the deaths that most affected me. Dun, dun, dun. And all my questions are basically really happy, so it's going to be like a drastic juxtaposition, and I'm making sure no one is at the door watching this because I'm filming it in school. And God, I look pale in this room. Not that I'm not pale already, but you know, in general, I do look very pale right now. So, my question, I have so many questions. Okay, one of my questions was what my favorite TV show is. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a top 3, okay, if that's okay with everyone, because you know how some people are like, oh, I love musicals, and some people are like, oh, I just love, I don't know, I can't think of things people love, but some people just like live for things. And when I'm not living for books, because I mean, let's face it, books can be expensive. It's hard to buy books all the time. So when I can't buy books all the time, I like Jones for TV shows. Like, it's legitimately like an addiction problem. I like shake when I miss my TV shows and I get really cranky. I sound like an addict. When I'm out of the house because my parents are like, you have to go do something, and I miss a TV show, I like flip out for no reason. I can't help it. And so my top 3 favorite TV shows are Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Gilmore Girls, and One Tree Hill. And anyone who's like, oh, One Tree Hill is so bad now. Yes, grant that, I grant that. It is definitely bad now, but it used to be amazing. Like, if you haven't watched One Tree Hill and you're looking for like kind of a sappy like romance drama in which like nothing completely out of like the spectrum of reality happens and like people are just kind of like real high schoolers, then watch One Tree Hill, because it probably has the best relationship story I've ever seen, like ever. So I'm a big supporter of One Tree Hill. So take that, all you people who say it's terrible. Then I had what award I would get if I was like presented with I'm the best at what? I'm the best at multitasking. I like write essays while watching TV shows and listening to music and painting my nails. That's like how I do things. Everything I do like all 4 things I have to do in a day at like one instance in time. It's awesome. But then if I could buy anything from DFTBA record stores, what I would buy, this one was really hard for me because there are like 8 different shirts and like pins and like CDs that I want to get, but I'm gonna have to say there's like reasons for what I chose. I didn't choose the CDs because most of the CDs that I really want from DFTBA Records are like Hank's CDs, and he put those up on YouTube. And I know that makes me a bad nerdifighter, like I should be like, I'll buy them to support him, and I would buy them to support him, but like I can listen to them on YouTube so they're not at the top of my DFTBA Records list. So I'm gonna have to say the draft love t-shirt, when like the 2 drafts are like kissing in the heart shape. I really want that. Like, I think it's adorable. I think it's really, really cute. And then I have to show you a dance move. This is my challenge. So this is my go-to dance move. My friends will like tell you this is like the one dance move I like do all the time, even when I'm not like at a dance, just because like, oh, I have to like squish down, just because I'm like squatting now, just because it's like something I do in awkward situations, or if I'm like flirting with someone and trying to like make use of my like the fact that I can move as a being. I'll like stand here and just go like this. This is my dance move. I usually add like a shake to it, and I just kind of finger dance. That's my dance move. So I'm sorry if that disappointed. That was what 13 years of dance classes got me as a dance move. Okay, now, the deaths that most affected me. What is that noise? Oh, can you hear the singers in the background? It's terrible. Okay, deaths that most affected me. First off, maybe it's because I'm a Slytherin, but all of you people who forgot to mention the death of Snape, you're terrible, terrible Harry Potter fans. Oh my God, his death was clearly my number one. It affected me the most. That was probably the best chapter in all 7 of the books. The chapter where you find out about Lily and him, and like he dies and he gives Harry his memories, and he's like, look at me, as he's dying, and just because he wants to see Lily's eyes looking back at him, and I'm just like, he was definitely the death that most affected me, because he was the most effective character, I think. Like, he was the most dynamic character to me out of any other characters. Then, a death that definitely affected, Hedwig really hurt me. I hated the death of Hedwig. And clearly, Fred, I cried for a week. And like, you know how people are like, oh, I cried for a week, and you're like, no, like, sure you did. I cried for, like, I'm tearing up a little bit thinking about it. I was so attached to Fred. I like, honestly, if I wasn't such a Slytherin, I would have chosen him over Draco for who I wanted to marry. And like clearly everyone liked Fred more than George. And like I mean, I would have been upset if George died because it would have hurt Fred, but I would have so much rather George died. And I know that's a terrible thing to say. And I love the idea, I forget who said it, this week, about the fact that like it's the Weasley family as an entity, so losing any of them, it's because it affects the rest of the family as well, and you just love this family so much. So not only did you love Fred when you lost him, but you love all of the Weasleys except kind of Percy, and you know this hurt all of them too, and it's just so sad. But so that really affected me. And Dobby too, I was a huge Dobby fan from the moment I saw him on the movie, like the second movie, and he like sits down in the chair and he folds his big feet under his tiny body and he just sits there, and you're just like, I fell in love with Dobby. And so I was really sad when he died. A death that, and Sirius's death, it hurt me, not like, it was really, really touching to me, not because he died, because while I cared about him, he wasn't such a like important character, because like he was important to Harry, but he wasn't important to the plot so much because he hadn't been in the books that long. You hadn't had that much time to get attached to him. He was like the like rebound boyfriend where like you really like him, and that because he's there for like a second and then he's gone, you know what I mean? But that was a good analogy. Not but I mean, that death really affected me because of Harry's reaction when he like screams out Sirius's name and then sprints off after Bellatrix, being like, I'm going to kill her. That scene is like one of my favorite Harry scenes of all time because it's so raw. It's such a good like, oh god, such a good scene. And also because his death seems so ridiculous. He falls through a veil. Like, how is that dying? That's so crazy, and it's just so random, and just, okay. And another death that really affected me, sorry, this is a really long video, another death that really affected me, Bellatrix. Because A, she's one of my favorite characters, you guys know that, I love Bellatrix. B, it was such an epic scene with Mrs. Weasley just being like, get away from my daughter, you bitch! That, oh my god, that's probably my favorite Mrs. Weasley scene. And then, I'm just like picturing different Mrs. Weasley scenes in my mind now. She's such a good character. But, and also because it wasn't, like, it paralleled Sirius's death because she just kind of fell back the same way Sirius did in like a kind of graceful concept thing. And also, the idea that like she died and there wasn't really a reaction. That was something that really kind of like hit me. Like, she was one of the deaths that like shows you that so many people are dying in this battle. So many people just killed in this battle. And like, it's not really affecting the group as a whole. Like, she dies and everyone just keeps on fighting. It wasn't like a pause after Fred dies. There's no like moment of silence like after Dumbledore dies. It's just like she dies and everyone continues to try to kill each other. I don't know, it was just really like, it hit me. A death that, this is gonna sound bad, I just need to throw this out there. A death that affected me because I was so happy when they died. I need to put this out there. Dumbledore. I love Dumbledore as a character. In the books, I loved him with my entire heart. But the second Dumbledore they cast to play Dumbledore after the first Dumbledore died, worst actor ever. I hated him. He was dirty and gross and just terrible. And hey, hold on. Hey, I'm filming something for a friend, so can you just sit quiet for a second? No, it's fine. I need to upload it for some friends. This is Billy. You can say hi.
Oh, hi.
You're not in this shot.
Is this filming?
Yeah.
How?
From YouTube.
How do you know it's filming, though? 9:07? It's already 9 minutes long.
I know. It stops at 15. We're having a conversation. Of course it's long.
How does this person have a conversation?
I'll show you afterwards, okay?
Are they talking to you right now?
No. I post the video, and then they post response videos. It's like there are like 7 of us, because we're all meeting this summer.
Is it for college?
No. So yeah, that one, I was really happy. Okay, didn't you hate the second Dumbledore? The, like, dirty one, the gross one? What? You know the Dumbledore who replaced the Dumbledore after, he was terrible, right? Yeah. I hated the second Dumbledore. So, yes, I was happy about that death. I'm sorry. We're talking about deaths in Harry Potter today. Oh, okay, I need to think of a challenge. I didn't think of a challenge. But I did roll. So the challenge goes to Nina. My stuff always goes to Nina. So my challenge for Nina is going to be, I want you to bring one of your Harry Potter books. I don't care which one. Choose whichever one you want. But make sure it has the cover on it. What'd you say?
You're talking so fast.
I am? Oh, sorry. I talk quickly. They get it. Whatever. Take one of your Harry Potter books and carry it around with you, like out, like in your hands, all day in school. And then tell us if anyone says anything to you. Okay? So, Nina, that is your challenge. Okay. Goodbye, guys. Nina, I will see you tomorrow. And bye.